Hello! It's November, and you know what that means. I mostly went to the Kirby Cafe in Tokyo. Today is a very special episode of Gummyquest. I forget how things were working, but I think I missed a month at some point. But that's because I was storing up my power for the ultimate technique. I have been saving up Kirby gummies since I moved to Japan. And I had like 2 for a long time, but I was like, if we just wait, we're gonna get so many more, and it'll be so worth it. And today I have 4 candies. One of them's not gummy, but just roll with it. And as I've been doing previously, I also wanted to bring in some storytelling because this has become kind of like a travel log. I don't know. I guess the Gummyquest is now a travel thing with like an actual quest in real life. My quest used to be the first time I ran this just like going to Shaw's, but whatever. Yeah, I have an extra special day because I have with each gummy some merch to show off like I did with Splatoon, and stories, many stories, and insight, much insight, because I want to share with you my thoughts as something of a pop culture anthropologist and a Kirby fan and a fandom pop culture anthropologist. I have a lot of thoughts about Kirby in Japan. Because I think Kirby fandom in Japan is really interesting, and it's not what I was expecting in America. I saw like reflected glimpses of what's going on from America, but I never understood it. So I want to make an English language documentary of my first experiences with the wonderful culture shock of what Kirby fandom, or not even fandom, is in Japan. And to do this, at the very end of this video, I have a special segment with a friend. I guess this is actually my first collaboration. I didn't even realize that. It came up on the spot. I visited Kirby Cafe with a friend named Evie Bunnie, who does kawaii influencer shit, and she's really good at it. And she happens to know a lot about mascots. And mascots are the theme for today. I will teach you about them. At the end, stay tuned for 10 minutes of real live reporting. And if you watch Japanese news on Thursday, November 9th at 12:30 p.m. While you're in school in America, the 2 of us got interviewed about a toucan. I don't know if we're going to get that recorded or anything, but we're going to be on the news about a toucan. Because that's how life works sometimes. Anyhow, let's get into it. First, I have these. And I've been seeing these everywhere. These are Star and Maximum Tomato shaped gummies. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of hope for these. They have a certain Tide Pod look, and they've been at the grocery store, or not the grocery store, they've been like at Don Quixote for months, and they don't seem to be selling. And they have a certain Tide Pod look about them. And I've been worried. I bought them like day 1, and the stock never really went down. I don't even know how to eat these. I think they're gonna be new to me. Okay, so this is obviously a plastic shell. What are they? Oh, they're pineapple and strawberry, which I am into. I don't always get pineapple every day. Okay, so they're gummies. They're in a plastic case. Here's the baggie. Here we go. I will try both, but I gotta pace myself because we have a good bit to eat today. Yeah, so here's the tomato. Oh, I like my setup today. I think we're gonna get better focus. Maybe. On a good roll? Well, that's a Maximum Tomato. And this is a somewhat generic heart. It almost looks, star. It almost looks like a star fruit. But then again, it has a bit of the texture of a warp star. Or I guess a modern warp star. They're more indented these days, but what the? So, did this go bad? Do these go bad? No. It just looks a little bit like it's been clinging to the walls of the plastic. It's not a good start. Is this edible? Definitely not. I always thought it was kind of gonna be. Okay. Oh, I don't like this. Don't like putting my nails in there. Anyone want to bail me out? Alucard? Lend me your sword? Probably rather use my nails. You're listening to the Kirby Cafe soundtrack, which I ripped off an actual CD that I actually bought because that was a dream of mine. And we'll see if it gets flagged and taken down and replaced. If it does, then I lied. This seem protective about that soundtrack on YouTube, and I've seen people have to re-upload it, but that's the best damn advertising they get. The music's amazing. What the? This can't end well. This is gonna end with me like cracking this and sipping out the goop. It doesn't look like there's a fully formed anything inside. Ugh. Huh? Oh, this is weird. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird, right? I think this is weird. It is formed in there. It is formed. This is weird. Why does it need? It looks juicy. I mean, full respect. It might just be something I'm not familiar with. Ew. Oh, I'm not fucking 5-second ruling that. It's slimy and it's split in half. I'm not gonna slander it anymore. Hold tight for pineapple. Here comes strawberry with its distinctive tomato shape. I have to crack open 3 of these now. This video sucks. This is already a terrible start. No, I've put a lot of love into this video. I'm gonna crack it with some pressure. No, I'm not. Fuck. No, I hate this. That wasn't my nail. This is the most painful video I've ever made. My mildly grown thumbnail. Oh. Maybe I should grab a butter knife or something. Amber's gonna be like, "Mommy, I will give you a butter knife next time." Sends with loving effect. A very loving action. Come on. You love a good pop with your gummy, don't you? Okay. Is the M printed on the plastic? Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is still weird. This is still weird. Okay, let's just go. Let's just go. Okay, that's a heavy texture. Generally mild flavor. Too deep for my personal depth preferences. Oh. That sucked a little bit. The strawberry's alright because it's so mild. Yeah, I mean, that's a peaceful strawberry. That's a peaceful artificial strawberry. I think that's a sensible choice for how long it takes to chew these things. So I will say, they're split in half to start, so I could eat the half for this one and be happier. But it was just kind of a big, flat flavor, very mellow. A little too airy, maybe. Just kind of slimy, just a little bit slimy. I don't know, like a big dog slobber kind of experience. Okay. I didn't have high hopes, but I didn't think they'd be, like, frustrating to deal with. Poor things. Okay. Anyone have a favorite copy of... Oh, God. Y'all like Beam? Y'all like Beam? I like Beam. What do y'all call the move when... Oh, I'm gonna lose my fingernail. What do y'all call the move when you run and jump in the air and press B with Beam? Ah! That wasn't my nail. That was the plastic. We're fine. We're fine. I don't think Evie's gonna send her friends to watch this video. Ah! Yikes. Why was it an hour and 20 minutes long? Mind your own business, auditor. Ugh. We have health insurance. Of course we have an auditor. You don't think these are tax write-offs? Come on! This is really weird. Kids love doing this, right? Kids like to mangle plastic. I mean, you lose it immediate letter grade for no fucking having fun. It's been 12 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna eat half of it. It's not gonna escape. I feel like I should wash my hands at this point. Ew. Oh, it's so gross. It's so fleshy. That's what I don't like. It's so fleshy. Ah, it's textured. It's bumpy. It's bumpy. Why is it bumpy? Oh, it's not even a natural peel. Oh God, sensitive warning. This is a fucking vagina. Here we go. No! Not expecting the texture. It's grainy. It's kind of it's a good pineapple. Oof. Feels like I just battled a plastic clementine. Alright, if we're docking them for the plastic, strawberry is a C-. Like, honestly, I've never had a gummy be more effort than it's worth. Pineapple is a C neutral, because I actually like that mellow, sweet, airy pineapple flavor mixed with the graininess, but I don't like the graininess with the sliminess and the warmth. That was actually a little bit unpleasant. That was more than mid. That was a little bit unpleasant. Moving swiftly along, here's our first little segment. It is bath bomb toys. Here's some merch that I have. I've been trying to spend less on objects and more on experiences, and bath bombs are an experience with an object sometimes. This is harder than I expected. Ta-da! Arr! I'm gonna lose the partnership with Evie at this rate. Nothing aesthetic about this. Arr! Arr! Those are Kirby's. And Yoshi! His name is Grayson, because he's my gray son. He came out of a Yoshi egg bath bomb. This came out of a generic, mature dessert set bath bomb for women, but you know that Kirby's eaten that. This came out of a blue set of Kirby bath bombs that I got at Don Quixote, where you buy lots of fun things, sometimes wrapped in plastic. And this came just yesterday from the Kirby Cafe. It seems like kind of a more premium bath bomb line. I also found an Akihabara, but this is the yellow Kirby bath bomb. The wrapping is in my trash. I'm not taking it out for you. This one's taking a bath. This one was just kind of a bunch of generic Kirby's, but I think it was very cute with the wink. And yeah, there were a bunch of colors of Yoshis, and I've been debating getting a Splatoon one or two, because I think, you know, I'm trying not to collect too many tiny, teeny things, but with something like a couple small squids or octopuses of different colors, I think that'd be really cute. Like, you know, it's all about forward thinking, and I think those would be cute designs to have around on my shelves and stuff. So yeah, bath bombs. I have a bathtub in Japan. I have a tiny bathtub inside of my bathroom that is also my shower and my place where I brush my teeth and my dryer, because that's a whole thing. Check that out if you want to know about it. But I've been taking baths for the first time since I was like 11, I don't know. And I've been using bath bombs because there are lots of bath bombs. They're mostly advertised to women and children, and I'm both of those. That's a funny joke. I've never really heard that. And yeah, I have some sensible ones that are just like a quality bath bomb experience. And sometimes I buy ones like these that have little goofies in them. And yeah, I think this is my first part of the story is that you can get bath bombs of Pokemon for sure. Lots of mascots like Kirby. I mean, like Hello Kitty and Kirby, and cute guys like Snoopy. Keep an eye on that for later. And yeah, but there are a good variety of like gaming characters that I've been able to find. Like Yoshi, Super Mario, Splatoon. No Animal Crossing, no Zelda, no Donkey Kong, but I've seen a good mix of little fellas in the bath bomb department. And I think that reflects popularity pretty well right now. I mentioned in Splatoon's video that right now kids in Japan seem to just love the Switch era. Like, I don't think the Switch era began with kids in any country particularly fond of Nintendo, but here at the tail end of it, every single kid in my class at the middle school last week knew Meta Knight, King Dedede, And I even had one class know marks from Kirby. I played a really fun Halloween Jeopardy game that one of my friends made, and in the game, you could steal points from another team if instead of getting points for your question, you got Meta Knight or Candide to show up. Very rarely there was marks. It never happened naturally, but it was usually a Meta Knight and Didididio, or Didide they called him. And the kids went nuts. The kids went nuts whenever they popped up. When it happened, like 3 kids, probably all boys, would all say the character's name and be like, Didididio! And once they found out about how useful they were for the game, it would just descend into chanting, and the whole class would just be chanting like Dididi, Dididi, Dididi every single time they got a question right. So it was a lot of fun, and it proved that Kirby is definitely known. You know, the characters are definitely out there. And as I'm going to build a narrative with these stories in this 3-part circular video format, Kirby is definitely a marketable thing to at least kids in the bath bomb world. You can sell a kid a bath bomb with Kirby on it and have some confidence, is how it seems. Now, let's move on to some more exciting looking gummies. They're very clear and pretty. They have a nice peach thing going on. I don't remember where I got these, but I think it was a pretty normal store. I think actually I bought both of these over here from a fun place, so I'll tell a story about that. These are maybe not going to be my favorite. Once again, like the other ones, they look a bit big. They're peach flavored. And let's just go right in. Yeah, I'm not big on like thick, chewy gummies. Thick, chewy, wet gummies are not really my thing. But I will say, I think having a mild flavor was a good call on those ones. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what they are. There are, this is a very cute design. Very good colors. There are gummies like this I can picture in America. Not ones I have often, but like big, slapping wet fellas. Kind of the general texture of like a human tongue or something, you know what I'm saying? What do we got here? Oh, I'm playing 4D chess, sorry. Jesus, sorry. So there's actually a pretty detailed Kirby face on there, and a nice pink collar on the top, and he's standing on something gold. I don't know what it is. It nearly looks like a pumpkin. He's actually got that famous American Kirby face with like the determined eyebrows, so forget about that whole thing. He's just as angry in Japan when he's peach flavored. This is tough. And oily. Okay. Weird start. Very classic peach flavor. Kind of strong, maybe stronger than your average. Very airy. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't dislike it. It's like a B-. Not being sour hurts things a lot for me. But the peach itself, actually, there's a bit of a tartness and an airiness to it, which actually goes really well with the chewiness. And I didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome, even though it was a sizable chonking boy. So that could have been a lot worse than it was. Certainly better than the first pack. And the presentation is really good. So it's at least a B-, if not a B. I don't know. We'll see how I generally feel going forward. I might be more. I might do some grading scaling. What is next? Let me take a look. See. Here we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. So gotcha machines are a big thing in Japan, even outside of like Gamerland. You get gotcha at train stations, supermarkets, all kinds of stuff. And at least like Don Quixote, like a somewhat fun or a rather fun store with nerdy stuff, you can get a whole bunch of good brand name gotcha nonsense. Move my goddamn head. He's in the focus. Sorry for learning live. I didn't practice at all. So this is a mock-up. Wait, yeah. This is like a replica of the trophies from, or the gotcha dudes from Kirby Forgotten Land. So I saw that this was going to be for sale while I was in Japan, and I said I might buy some of those. And when I saw this particular one with the rare stone, I said I really want to buy that set. But while I was waiting for this volume 2 to come out, I bought volume 1, and I got the most normal Kirby ever. He's only a 3-star. Sorry, this focus is truly atrocious. And I very quickly actually had really good luck. As soon as set 2 came out, on my very first pull, I got, of the 4 different options, both of the ones that I wanted. I wanted Alphalin, and I wanted the Rare Stone. So these two make a pretty nice set. Who's the 4-star? Oh, Alphalin's a 3-star. Oh god. My senses are reversed. You will focus on him. Yes. 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 You won't? It's that damn poster. This camera loves idols. You will focus on him. Well, I got him. So these two kind of make a nice set. And as soon as I got them, I was like, I'm satisfied with the set. They do leave the original Kirby a little bit awkwardly out. So he might end up with my duplicates in like an adoption pool for friends someday. But for now, they all stay together. And yeah, I could keep pulling for Kirby, but I am very averse to like waste. I really did not want any dupes or any ones that I didn't want to be hanging around when I started pulling for Gacha. And it's fun pulling for Gacha. Is now a good segue? It's almost time. Yeah, no, it's a good segue. So, Gacha, right? It's always around, and it's like, how do you pace yourself? Well, coin purses. I must have talked about coin purses before. Coin purses are a pretty common thing. I mean, everybody has one. You just use a lot more cash, and your 1s and 5s for American viewers are coins in Japan. You have $1, $5 coins. So I put all of my $1 coins, my 100 yen coins, into my octopus. And I probably mentioned this before. I use the octopus for going to the arcade or doing gacha, and I pace myself based on, have I saved enough in the octopus? But today, that is not the topic, because this octopus coin purse can also be put on your bag as a trendy little bag chain charm. And bag chain charms are not just for nerds. I'm going to talk about it more in the interview later, but to get you ready, when I go to work, I will see every kid at the station. These are elementary schoolers, middle schoolers, high schoolers, boys, girls. Everybody has a charm on their bag, and they're usually plushies about this size. They can be marketable game characters, like I guess I've not seen much for Kirby, but Mario actually has a good foot in the charm game. You'll see Marios and Peaches regularly. You will see Disney characters. And this is funny as fuck, because this Jack actually came from my mom in America. She mailed me a Halloween package, so she bought him somewhere in America, and he is clippable. Very nice. And he's the exact right size you're putting on your bag. So you can put this on your bag, and as I talk about with Evie later, it's not like a crazy nerdy thing. Like, it doesn't immediately mark you as a nerd. You can put ones on that will mark you as a nerd. But these kinds of things, like, I think as a young adult woman, I can pretty comfortably get away with. I mean, nobody's like teased me or anything about it. I don't often use these guys, because you got seasonal and rather practical, so they're not always on. But I bring these fellas up because I actually have 3 charms. This Elfalin. I wanted an Elfalin plushie so bad, and I bought him when I was on vacation in Osaka at Osaka's version of Akihabara. If you don't know Akihabara is like the otaku paradise or whatever, and it has it's like the world's hub of anime and gaming merch and stuff. But there's a similar place with tons and tons of merch dealers in Osaka, which is like one of the other big cities in Japan. And my friends and I raided that, and I was just amazed. I bought some incredible stuff that I have a separate tangent on later, but that is where I got this fella, where I knew I wanted an Alphalin plushie in Japan. And maybe I'll talk about more why in a future video. But I was planning to get a big size one when I went to the Nintendo store, which was crazy busy, and I did not buy one. It is crazy packed at Pokemon centers and Nintendo stores and stuff like that in cities. But I bought this guy at a normal game store, just reselling merch and stuff, and he is charm sized. Well, he's not got his chain on, but he can. And when I travel now, I stick him on my bag. And he is a bit loud. He definitely marks me as a bit of a nerd. But he's so cute, and I put him on my little baggie, and I have so much fun. And it's a good time. So yeah, I have 3 of these fellas that you can put on bags and stuff. And I'd say all of mine are a bit nerdier than average. To be honest, I will go on to say that Mario is less marketable than Splatoon and Kirby in a lot of venues. But I will say bath bombs, you will see Yoshi. And keychains, I would say I see more Super Nintendo World charms, like Luigi, Mario, Peach, I guess Yoshi, I think I see. I see more of that than I do the Splatoon. Yeah, I mostly see Mario at my station, but that's probably due to how popular Mario World is. But yeah, kids don't get bullied for having Mario things. My ultimate story is I saw a boy who was probably a 17-year-old high school boy, like no emotion, stone-faced, too cool for everything. He had a Roggenrola plushie chain. He had a Roggenrola. That is so specific. He had a Roggenrola. Who likes Roggenrola? Like, that was so cute. Like, so many guys will have cute things. Oh, you know what? I have actually seen boys with Kirby, like, acrylic charms and stuff. Kirby, you do sometimes see at my station. So yeah, like, Kirby, Splatoon, definitely Pokemon. Any Pokemon is safe. Mario, you'll see all of those. Animal Crossing and Zelda, I almost see never, though, I will say. And that might be more due to New Horizons and Splatoon 3 trading off relevancy, I would say. But yeah, no Animal Crossing bath bombs. Or maybe once, but not often. This I've been looking forward to, more than the first two. This is some kind of cookie? No, it's a gummy. It's a gummy. Sorry, I thought I would get a break from the fruity. God forbid I had to eat a lot of fruit gummies. There is a sticker in here, and I like stickers. Stickers may be one of my favorite things I've been collecting. They don't take up much space, and they're surprisingly sentimental. So, do I know what kind of gummy? Oh, Kirby's Peach, and it's only Kirby. So we're eating Peach again. Oh, is it just one big one? This is kind of a mid-bad. Okay. It's just one big guy, and he's sealed really tight. I thought that one would focus at least. Yeah, it's a big Kirby. Kind of looks like Void Termina's Birth Void. I got a sticker! It is hovering Kirby. I don't know where he's gonna go. I like that. That's a good way to win me over. I got a, what did I get? I got a tent umbrella, right? That's what it is? It's like the tent umbrella. I got a tent umbrella on a Squid Sisters Splatoon 2 Switch last time we did one of these videos. Where is that sticker gonna go? I don't know. Where would you put this sticker if you had one? Enter my sweepstakes to take it from me. But you can only enter by solving 3 riddles, which I will not disclose. So I'm gonna pop this open like a goop cake. I'm gonna peel it out like a fucking animal. Should this be 2 bites? I'm going in. No, fuck. It's slimy. I'm just getting beat up today. I lurched once. That was really oily. The peach had some nice attributes. There's a certain, like, fresh flavor. It almost tastes like an apple or like an actual fresh fruit. Like, it actually almost tastes like they injected some apple flavor to make it taste more like an actual fruit. So that was interesting. It's not getting it higher than a B+ or B- though, because eating it all at once in a big disc was kind of unpleasant, and it was oily again. So these are not my favorite kinds of gummies. The presentation was good again. I would have way preferred like 4 smaller discs with the Kirby faces. That would have got a lot further for me. Just another slimy, goopy Peach Kirby. Not my ideal way to eat gummies. I will be fully honest with you. Okay, so let's carry this on. This section doesn't have quite a. Oh yes, it does. Theme is I'm very fortunate. I have now been to like all of the places that I wanted to go to Japan because they are all themed around buying nerd stuff. Here's more stories from Den Den Town. I went to a shop with a friend, and they had so many good selections of so many cute things. There was so much game stuff and so much idle stuff, which in hindsight was pretty damn special. They had this super fleshed out Kirby section with stuff that I forgot I ever knew existed. And I said, hey, this is my chance to buy a small finger puppet style Tarenza and Susie. Chris Pratt moment. Yeah, I used to love playing Kirby Triple Deluxe with Tarenza. It's a name I look at a lot and have probably never said in my life. But actually, I've been falling in love with this guy this year. More on that later. And Susie is just fantastic. I've always liked Susie. These are little guys. Oh, you know who missed the gotcha boat? Is Meta Knight. These guys have kind of been a trio because they're kind of shaped. But Meta Knight was actually gotcha. I was going to mention that I rolled up in Osaka and I saw a set I hadn't seen with a bunch of, like, you know, this size guys. I think it was just like Kirby, Waddle Dee, Meta Knight, and like another Kirby. And I said, I want Meta Knight. And then I pulled Meta Knight. And my luck is not always that good. But I got Meta Knight first one. And I'm like, great, I'm done with that set. I really like him. He's just wrapped up in his thing. He's really well made too. I like how he looks. There's a little bit of a cheapness behind Susie's eyes, but I have a plastic Susie. Tarenza, I don't mind at all. If there's any like lack of artsmanship or craftsmanship or whatever, I don't care. The Artsman was doing fine that day. So yeah, I've got a fucking great selection of little buddies now. One other thing is blind boxes. These you have to go to a nerd store of some degree for, but way back there, I'm not gonna move him because he's gonna fall. But if you remember in my first video in Japan, I got Kirby sucking up a Waddle Dee in a blind box. It wasn't my first pick. I bought that set again, and I got a dupe of that. Not pictured. Someone can adopt him. We will discuss the paperwork later. And then I tried another time, and I got Waddle Dee on a rainbow. And for some reason, I'm pretending like you can see it. But then I found out there was a new set, and there were none that I was neutral or even negative on. And I tried just yesterday in Akihabara, and I got a really fucking nice guy. This is Kirby sleeping. The whole point is that these things are supposed to be like dangly, like one-piece dangles, both sets. But even though I tried really hard to keep the plastic piece, I lost the plastic piece for Parasol Waddle Dee, and now he's just sitting Waddle Dee. But this is just a beautiful little statue. This is the kind of stuff I wanted from the first set. Just amazing light effects, and a really cute focus on a copy ability. This is just beautiful, and I love it, and I'm so glad it's in my life. So my luck can be iffy. I mean, I pulled on that first set 3 times, but sometimes I get something great right away. One sec. Gotta charge the video, or it's not gonna bake in the oven. Charge the video, yeah. It's gonna go right in. Okay. So, yes, those were some pulls from some very nice locations. Den Den Town in Osaka, called Nihonbashi by the locals, which is silly because Nihonbashi is also a place in Tokyo. And also Akihabara is called Denki Machi, which is really similar to Den Den Town. So it's really struggling to make an identity for itself there. But foreigners in tourists seem to call it Den Den Town. So I went to the Kirby Cafe. We're getting down to it now. We're really getting down to it. I suppose in reality that should be the final segment. So I'm building you in suspense. I did that before. What did I do that for? My tri-stringer. I went to the Kirby Cafe, but today I'm the chef. This is the one candy that I've been like fully looking forward to. I got these at the same place, I think, as my Kirby stuff in Den Den Town. One of the 2 stores. The one with Elfalin. Maze mix? I don't know what maze. Maze? I don't know what maze means. I guess I learned a new word today. I've been struggling to do that today. Arukawa? Probably the brand. So these are mixing things. I think they're like kind of tart, solid little boys. And there are 5 flavors. And on the back, there are recipes for making different flavors, which I think is so fun. What is this? What is Meta Knight making? I believe I wanted to make his. So we have got, melon soda is grape and soda. I think cola is apple and, no. Oh, cola and apple is pineapple. Ringo Ame. Candy apple is orange and cola. DDD is standing by a really long way to make banana, which I'm definitely not investing in. We only have so many things. And Meta Knight is standing above a way to make Suika watermelon, just like the famous Suika game. Oh, I finally got focus on one fucking thing. At least it has Taisetsu na Joho. I'm gonna have to subtitle myself for that, aren't I? So, what does that say up top? I think it's just the 5 atomic elements. So I am going to invest in pineapple and melon. I'm eating all of these right now. There's no point doing mad science in secret later. And there's no point keeping this video under an hour. Alright, let's go. Ooh, they're a nice pale color, like, God, what are they like? Not the most common candy, I'll tell you that. But something from my childhood that I think had chocolate in it. I'm looking for soda. Soda is so good, I say it every time. I got out-soda'd by Splatoon, but today I got out-peached. Peach has made an appearance constantly in the series. Apple, grape, soda. I mean, maybe I could make all of these. I'd rather not invest in banana, though. I'm just no banana person. I didn't get that gene. So we're making the Meta Knight mix. I hope I don't choke. Huh? We don't have time for me to eat all of these, do we? Let's see how soon. How long is it until I can bite them? Oh, they're chewy. I like this. Very airy. Almost nothing but airy. Very soft and chewy. Not feeling the watermelon yet. Oh, is this gum? Is this gum? The flavor is not very strong. I'll say that. It's like all sparkle and no substance. A little meek here. Yeah, you're not winning any awards at the Great Melon Festival, Meta Knight. That was okay. I like the general vibe with the flavors, but as I mentioned, didn't come out that strong. There's cola and soda? There's 2 different soda flavors. Nothing but respect, but I may not have had apple in there. Actually, no. I think I can tell what cola looks like. It's the brown guy. Here's a... Oh yeah, it looks like a turd. I'm really selling these, aren't I? This is what they look like. Very pastel. That was apple. Cola. Oh boy, that is a ripping cola. Can I envision pineapple? This tastes like a candle. This tastes like a Yankee candle. I mean, it's kind of there. I'm not buying it, but I mean, we're not pineapple. Okay. I guess we're making cherry now. Apple is pretty popular. I guess I'll be eating these on my own. That'll be fun. Alright. Green grape. And green grape. Fuck me. Apple. Apple. That grape's kind of good. That grape is kind of good. How is this gonna become cherry? No, I kind of get that. We've kind of arrived at cherry. Okay, I'm not giving it much longer, but it's a bit of a waste. Just spit it out. Alright, these are mildly fun, but they're a bit disappointing. They're like a B+. I like the vibe, but they're just missing a bit of punch with the flavor. I do like tart. I do like tart and sweet, so meh. It's a great texture. It's fun to chew. Alright, I guess that's all for the candy. But what was that candy sitting in? Was that a rare Kirby Cafe takeout bucket that used to house a Waddle Dee burger and some nice fries with a pretty shape yesterday? Yes, it is! So here are my final stories from going to Kirby Cafe. If you don't know, Kirby Cafe is a really fancy cafe that started in Tokyo. Now they have one in another town that's not Osaka that I'm forgetting. And it is basically a kawaii cafe, which is a world I'm new to. But kawaii cafes are really fancy cafes with really, really high quality, really aesthetic, really, really visually appealing food. Characters will get these like Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is not simply a cartoon character. She's not exactly a game's character specifically, but she is a mascot. And mascots, when I used to think of mascots in Japan, I would think of yurukyaras, which are usually mascots for something like a company or a city, which are silly. If you don't know about them, look them up. It's gonna be hard to describe, but it'd be like, oh, Sapporo Beer Company has a yurukyara that's like Sappo-chan, and it's like some bird that's native to Sapporo. That's the kind of thing a yurukyara is. Like my city has one, my district, my prefecture has one, my bus line has one, I think maybe the construction company has one. You learn them quickly and they're fun. But I think mascot might be better used for this other genre of characters, which are like God's most favorite characters. This isn't even Hatsune Miku. To me, I always thought that like the most popular characters in the world were like the most popular anime characters. Sorry, that's not true. The most characters in Japanese pop culture. My thing is, I was always peripherally aware of Hello Kitty, and I would see stuff how like she's like running up to Pokemon with the marketability or like highest grossing of all time thing. And like, I don't know, for some reason I never asked like, what's that all about? I was like, I bet they're selling toys to kids or something. But then I got to Japan, and I realized a story that I've been laying out for you here, which is bath bombs, Mario, a lot of Mario in the bathtub actually, Pokemon, Splatoon, Kirby. Where's Zelda? We love Zelda. Is Zelda not a marketable bath bomb? Zelda's about to take a beating, strap in. Then we have gacha. I go to gacha machines. I think I see Kirby gacha faster than anything else, and it's barely relevant right now. I mean, it's been a year since Kirby 30. I don't see Splatoon gacha. I'll see idols. I mean, I'll see a lot of anime in gacha, but like the most popular anime I'll see. But yeah, no Mario gacha. Kirby gacha aplenty, and Pokemon gacha. Pokemon and Kirby. I would say if it's gacha, it's Pokemon and Kirby. And Hello Kitty. And all Sanrio. And then you go to charms on bags. Okay, right? So I will admit Kirby wasn't thriving here, but Mario comes back into the race here. Pokemon is everywhere. Sometimes Splatoon, but Splatoon isn't thriving on bags specifically. But oh my god, the Sanrio. Sanrio's killing it. Sanrio's everywhere. And it's not just kids who always have Sanrio stuff. Let me grab my very elegant office lady handbag. Now, I have kind of pushed this to a point where it's a little nerdy with my hand sanitizer. in my official Kirby cafe. Look at that fucking golden fork. We are Gucci now. I've been elevated to a whole new class and lifestyle. This is some upper class shit. And I bought this purse for going around because I was like, ooh, I can find a subtle and sophisticated Kirby design that I can bring to the office and not get called a fucking geek. And I've never been called a fucking geek. I get called kawaii in a sensible way. As if I brought my pet parrot to school. All of this is to say, there is a category of character that I don't think I ever paid much mind to, and I couldn't really have ever processed until I came here, because I wasn't a Sanrio person growing up. Like, I kind of knew there were, like, cute mascots. I kind of thought it was, like, just Hello Kitty. But mascot characters, like Rillakkuma, Hello Kitty, for some reason, random bastard runaways from gaming and animation. Like, Kirby is just slaying. Kirby has a fancy cafe where fancy women go on dates with their fancy girlfriends and spend a lot of money. Zelda does not have a cafe. Pokemon doesn't have a cafe. That fucking Pokemon Center is full of snotty little kids. At the Kirby Cafe, you can spend $15, which is reasonable, on a really, really fancy CD of really sophisticated music. There is a whole world of really nice, like, fancy, sophisticated items for really marketable characters. I think just the most marketable characters in the world that appeal to a very broad range of people, a lot of women and kids, and whom we have all been enslaved by. So honestly, like, Mickey Mouse is pretty damn common in America. You'll see him on a lot of stuff. But, like, could you imagine, like, imagine a world where, like, there's many Mickey Mice. There's many Mickey Mice. Like, Mickey's a god. He can do whatever he wants. Pikachu has a lot of freedom too. But there are a lot of characters that you can just mention to anybody and they'll be like, I love that guy! And Snoopy from the Peanuts is one of them. I didn't know there was anybody who passionately cared about the Peanuts until I met a Japanese American girl this summer at my summer camp who just loved Snoopy. And I'm like, that is quirky as fuck. But then I got to Japan and I realized that's not quirky as fuck in Japan. Everybody likes everybody likes Snoopy. Snoopy is in this sphere. Winnie the Pooh is in this sphere. It's kind of like not always the first thing you would expect is in this space if you're coming from America. And I find that so funny. Kirby and Waddle Dee, you can put on anything. Like, yes, sorry, mirrored. Like, yes, Bandana Waddle Dee is doing a lot to establish himself in the games, but Waddle Dee himself, like, if you're wondering why he's P2, it's not just because he's very lore appropriate as a P2, but Waddle Dee is very marketable. I mean, I feel like I could buy Waddle Dee anything at this point. Waddle Dee is definitely Kirby's sidekick in the mascot game. So Kirby, you know, his day job is being maybe the 7th most popular Nintendo series. You've got Mario and Pokemon fighting it out, depending how you look at it. Zelda is legendary shit. Splatoon and Animal Crossing have just come in and ripped the whole market open. I think, in my opinion, Kirby and Donkey Kong are fighting for 6th and 7th, just for recognizability. And fuck all that. He cuts ahead to everybody besides Pikachu when you're in Japan. He's so recognizable. Like, people know Kirby in America, but he is in the fast track as a mascot character. He has so much going on. And I bring you all of this, and then I lay out the oil and I throw a match on it. Do you want to know someone else who is breaking away from simply games into being just extremely marketable? It's all the Pikmin. I don't see Kirby charms that often on the train, but I see Pikmin somewhat regularly. I have seen kids from 5th grade all the way up to, like, 9th grade sing the Akapikumin song, which is like a song that goes along with Pikmin in Japan that I think has always been a thing, but it's never really made it to America. There's a Pikmin song, and all the kids sing it. And I once walked in on a class, and they were drawing each other as Pikmin in a funny way. And, like, Pikmin, everybody knows Pikmin right now. I think it's because Pikmin 4 was just such a banger in Japan. But can you imagine what has to be the 13th most recognizable Nintendo series in the gamer space is actually like the 3rd or 4th most talked about one, because for some reason Pikmin are breaking out just a little bit into this mascot space. And I'm about to bring in an expert to crush my dreams, but I just want to tell you, and I'm going to tell her 2 days ago in this footage, that I think Pikmin are breaking into this space. She doesn't have hope for them. That's a spoiler. But I think it's so funny to have this mainstream that like exclusively Pikachu, Kirby, and a Waddle Dee have broken into, where again, there's no Mario Cafe. I mean, there 100% is, but it only exists inside Super Nintendo world. He doesn't get one with all the fancy cafes at the Skytree Mall where Kirby Cafe lives. There is a whole street that I snuck into, forgetting there was a mini Kirby Cafe, underneath the Tokyo Station called the Character Street, with all concept stores for exclusively these mascot characters, like Rilakuma's store, a cute fucking penguin guy, the Kirby Cafe Mini, which was really nice actually to have discovered. I ate Star Blocks, they were tasty, they were good. I should review the food. Very average burger. I was happy that there was avocado and dressing that kind of gave it some flavor. The fries had no flavor, but they were small and shaped, and I liked that. Very nice. I didn't get a reservation because this place books up like crazy, so I'll be back with reviews on the actual food. Very much feel robbed of that. But then I had takeout Star Block cheesecake. Maybe I'll put a picture here. I think I probably should. Over here? There we go. It was very much normal cheesecake mixed with normal cake. And there was a front that was kind of just sweaty cheese, but it looked cute. I really liked it, and it wasn't unpleasant to eat, so it was pretty great. Yeah, so Kirby just gets some nice fucking merch. I got one of the picture books while I was there. Look how fucking elegant and refined and adorable this is. Kirby eats so good, despite being such a normal Nintendo series. It really is. I think Mario is genuinely, like, pushing his hardest to have what Kirby and Pokemon seem to have in terms of popularity. And that is enough for me. I don't know anything more about mascots, but I wanted to tell you this story, and I'm going to finish it with an interview. This is the part you're all waiting for. This is an interview with the Evie Bunnie, and we are going to put things together in such a more eloquent way than I have today on my Monday. So, see you later. Take it away past me. So, hello!
Hi! Hello! So nice to meet you guys.
This is my friend Evie from the internet.
Yes, Evie Bunnie.
X.
Evie Bunnie X, yes.
Yes.
But on YouTube, I think I'm just Evie Bunnie.
Oh, okay.
So,
There's no need for the X.
Yay.
So this is a genuine
Yes.
Sanrio expert who
Yes.
I am lucky enough to be friendly with.
Yes. My Melody.
So
Hi, Melo.
I am completely
Okay.
unfamiliar with
Yes.
Sanrio stuff, but I have been noticing in Japan something that I am going to be very curious about, which is the topic of today's video.
Okay.
How do you feel about the concept of a mascot character like Hello Kitty, Kirby, or Snoopy versus an anime character like someone's favorite character from like Demon Slayer or something, even like super popular, like in terms of where they sit in terms of like fan stuff and like merch and that
So
kind of
I feel like the thing is, right, so it really depends on the type of fan that the series has. So for a lot of the kind of like series that are aimed more at like girls, the like shoujo anime, the merch obviously is way cuter, and like they tend to have a lot more kind of like jewelry collaborations and, you know, things that are genuinely girls use, so like clothes and shoes and stuff like that. Whereas for the boys animes, you know, like shonen, that's like usually typically aimed at like teenage boys or whatever it is, even though, you know, in the West we all love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that usually tends to be, you know, stuff that is like more generally kind of general stuff. So maybe there's like, you know, the odd charm or like quite like boring stuff, so like, you know, pens or whatever. But usually the better merch is like the shoujo anime.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
it tends. So usually, so for example, to give you like, you know, a great example is like Kagata Sakura. Like, there's so many gorgeous like collaboration jewelry pieces, like rings and, you know, necklaces, and like even just like makeup lines just for this anime.
Wow.
Because it's girls anime, so it has like, you know, tons of stuff. And I think that's what is kind of like, it's weird how there's that like clear divide, but that's just kind of how it is, I guess.
Yes.
Which is really strange. But in terms of like mascot characters specifically, like My Melody, so My Melody does have an anime. I think it's called Onagai My Melody, but no one really watches it. It's very, very old. So she's kind of more known as like a mascot. And I think the vibe with My Melody is much more about, you know, it's like looks focused. So if you think that she looks cute, then you don't really care about what her personality is or anything.
Yeah,
Whereas like, yeah, right? Whereas with anime characters, it's like, it's all about their personality.
That is kind of a thing, isn't it? So I've been thinking, my topic is, I think Kirby is much more popular in Japan than I expected, because even though he's maybe the 5th most popular Nintendo series, he's in this like space where you can buy Kirby plushies at like a place with Hello Kitty plushies, but you wouldn't get like Zelda merch.
That's the thing, right? It's because it depends how kind of like marketable the character is.
Yeah.
So something like Kirby is very marketable because it's a pink ball. Like, it's cute, right?
Yeah.
You know, everyone can like it, and obviously there's like the fans who like the game. There's the fans who just think it's cute, and even kids like it because it's a simple, cute design.
Yes.
So I think Kirby works really well for all aspects because, you know, it's like a solid like sphere because you've got like the game is good, the character design is good. It applies to all different audiences. So I think Kirby's a really successful character for that reason.
Yes.
Whereas like Legend of Zelda, it's a great game series, obviously, but like the merch is going to be a lot more kind of like only really if you like that game. You're not just going to buy it for like your 2-year-old child because they're probably not going to be that into it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been amazed that Splatoon is kind of breaking out into more of the like marketable space. Like you'll see it at department stores. My kids wear it all the time in school. Okay, this is so random. What do you think about Pikmin? Do you think Pikmin could break out and become a mascot thing?
Do you know what? I actually think Pikmin are really cute, but that's because I like weird cute things too. I like all cute things, so I'm not really fussed about it having to be like mega like super pink and everything, even though like obviously I like that too. But I feel like Pikmin could be. But the problem is they've done a couple collaborations with like girly, you know, cute brands. So for example, they did a Gelato Peak collaboration, and Gelato Peak is like women's kind of like homeware brand.
Okay.
And I actually bought the cup from that collaboration.
Wait, this is Pikmin and Gelato?
Yeah, Pikmin with Gelato Peak.
That sounds amazing.
So it was very limited. It was only really around, I think, for like a month or something. So it was not really, you know, it's not like an ongoing thing. But that's the kind of vibe that it tends to be, is that they do limited events for, you know, different brands, and they'll have them there. But it's not usually like an ongoing thing. Whereas with Card of Sakura, it is always ongoing. You know, that type of like magical girl anime, they always have so much stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, magical girl itself also like my thing is you know, like bag charms, like when you're on the subway.
Yes, yeah, that's so, like this one. Yes. So
yes,
cute.
like you would see a mascot, like you'd see a Sanrio.
Yes.
I've seen Pikmin. I've definitely seen them. But do you agree that you would see them a lot more than even the most popular anime character?
I think so too, because like most people when they have a bag charm, it's for like work or school.
Yes.
So it's a lot more tolerable if the character is just something. It's just kind of more generally cute. So if you have something like Snoopy, no one's gonna be like, oh, that's from this anime. Everyone's like, oh, it's Snoopy. We know this. It almost feels like it's more, because it's more commercialized. It feels a lot safer. I think if you're showing someone your anime, you might feel a bit more shy about it because, you know, it might be an anime like, I don't know, like an isekai anime where like they're all kind of weird. So it's like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's that type of vibe.
Because I feel like there is still that like, I'm so ashamed that I like anime vibe in Japan, but then you still see like, again, like this example sucks because fuck the police, but my friend saw a cop with an acrylic charm of an anime character.
God.
Can you fathom that in the UK or America? A
No,
cop
I
like
can't.
expressing
I really can't. I mean, like,
it is like there is such a like there's so much more stuff you can do without being labeled as like an anime fan.
I think the thing is is that like anime tends to be, people try and make it subtle. So, you know, unless they're like kind of eccentric, most people try and hide the obsession with it. They'll try and do like subtle. So for example, like Ita Nails, like what I have with Madoka, this is a very subtle, most people wouldn't call it subtle, but in Japan it's a subtle way to kind of show you like the character. So even though a lot of people be like, that's crazy, but like for most fans, it is like a small way to just have them in your daily life. And unless you look up close, you're not going to be like, oh my god, it's, you know, it's Madoka. You're just going to be like, pink stuff on your nail, you know. So I think that's the kind of vibe. It's like subtle. Kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot of subtle stuff. Thank you. I think I have a bunch of Kirby stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that you just got. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't often have my Elfalin charm.
Look, oh my god.
So like, you know, I'll wear him on like a I have like I have a range of this Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. So like this I only bring on like
maybe
trips.
This isn't subtle.
Yeah, I think he's a bit much, especially on my bag.
I like it.
So I'll do it like in the city because like, oh my god. Also, if I'm dressing up funny, hand sanitizer. I bring this out in America and nobody really notices. But the purse, I think, you know, this is something I've never gotten any comment on. Besides, I mean, not that people are like,
because
fuck you for your
that's a very
gamer.
like normal, subtle purse.
I think it's very normal and subtle. And in America, I'd be a little bit more like, oh, you're a gamer if they saw that.
Well, I mean, I don't really notice because in the UK I walk around dressed kind of crazy all the time, so I don't really look at what people think of me.
Right.
But people always know I like anime because obviously I have like my hair is like dyed, all the crazy colors and like the makeup, and like, you know, I have all the charms on my bag, so it's kind of like But yeah, I think that people, it's a lot more normalized, I would say, here, but even then it's a lot more subtle. So you know, people don't go crazy over it.
It feels like there's a lot of stuff that is normal that would be even then pushing it in America, and mascots get a lot more.
Well, especially
space
in the UK, if you're outside of London, I would say, especially in the countryside of the UK, I think that it's kind of the same vibe, because it's like I've been to the countryside in the UK and I used to have pink, like all pink hair, and people would like stare at me as if I was like crazy. Like they genuinely were like, whereas in Japan, if you're in Tokyo, if you're in like Shinjuku, no one's gonna really care, you know? Like some places, yeah, but if you're in like central, people are like, it's just, you know, it is what it is.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I think, it's just kind of, the mascots are funny. It is funny though. I'll tell you, kids love Pikmin. Like every kid.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It is not. It is not at all a nerdy thing. Every kid knows Pikmin at my school. So that it is going to be funny if Pikmin enters the mascot space, because for me that is a hardcore gamer thing. Like no one knows Pikmin.
I feel like, do you know what I think it is? Is like if they make characters that are cute enough, and they go like the new dog character that Pikmin has.
Exactly.
I think that's an example of something that probably could be used, you know, as like a mascot for your bag, or like really cute like decorations. But in terms of like Pikmin getting like a makeup line or something, I don't think that would happen. Whereas like other series, for example, like, you know, Princess Peach has definitely had many, you know, makeup collaborations because she's all cute and pink. But I think Pikmin, that would be pushing it. You know, maybe they'll get like some cutlery, some like maybe bedding, that type of thing. But I don't think I would see, you know, makeup or like maybe like shoes. Because even some series like Madoka Magica, they made really beautiful shoes with a collaboration. There's a brand called Super Groupies.
Oh yeah.
Which, you know Super Groupies?
I do.
Yeah, so they actually have the umbrella that they made, the Madoka umbrella.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, so they made umbrellas, they made shoes, they made rain shoes, they made, what else did they make? Watches, all that stuff, and it's all really subtle, so you can use it as a businesswoman and no one's going to notice.
Yes,
so
you can.
That's amazing.
Someday they'll be Pikmin, or maybe there won't be, but we'll see.
Maybe.
I'm rooting for them.
I feel like they would probably make more like pajamas and that type of vibe, like casual, silly things. Not like serious. Like I feel like if you're gonna do like jewelry lines, that's maybe, but I don't know.
A tiny blue diamond that represents a blue Pikmin.
They actually might do that. I won't lie. Like I'm gonna say that they wouldn't, and then they will do it. So I think that they will.
Now we've manifested it.
Right? I think so.
That is a solid interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lots of thoughts.
Bye bye.
Bye.